Hey, yo, what's going on? The almighty SOS Wrestling Network back at you guys once again for more New Japan Pro Wrestling action like we always do. If this is your first time tuning into us, thank you, because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. And if this is the first time you listen to us, let me introduce myself to you. I am Blunt Unido, aka the puroresu FlyGOD, and the puroresu FlyGOD do not like ugly. And one thing this show that I'm about to talk about was not ugly. So show we got to talk about tonight, y'all. We got the New Japan Pro Wrestling Power Struggle Night, Road to Power Struggle Night 1, excuse me, taking place from Kouraken Hall, Tokyo, Japan. So hold on. Shout out to all those that rock with us, man. Y'all know who y'all is, man. Shout out to LK, shout out to Patrick, and all them boys, man. Shout out to my nigga Fred over at Kayfabe Connection, man. Shout out to all of them, man. Larry over there at Kayfabe Connection, man. Logan, all them boys, man. They doing their thing. Shit, this pro wrestling thing is strong. We just a part of it. So without any further ado, let's get going. So first match we got on the show was, excuse me, I had some notes. We got Yuya Uemura, defeating Yota Tsuji right here. So you already know what I'm doing. This match, honestly, in my opinion, guys, is a standard Young Lion match. We got some grappling, we got some float over, some powering through stuff, some leveraging. Yota Tsuji looked like a prick, for lack of a better term, in this match. Uemura looked like a young knife magnet Tanahashi. Uemura's looking really great out here. The match turned in a lot of Uemura working the arm drags, locks, twists, and bars here. Uemura's power turned the tide, and there was a long clamor clutch spot, during which the crowd was noticeably supportive right here. Ultimately, Uemura hit a huge arm drag, pursued it away with the Kanuki suplex, gained a measure of redemption after a C-block result right here. Nice way to open the show. If you are missing the Young Lions, man, I gotta just keep it real with y'all, man. Y'all doing yourself a disservice, because Young Lions, man, these boys are bringing the heat. They always keep bringing the heat, and they will continue to do that. So, as I take a take a toke of my adult cigarette, my funny cigarette, next match we got here, we have the Great Okan teaming with Will Ospreay to take on the team of Gabriel Kidd and Kazuchika Okada. We're a teaming with Okada and Kidd, but as we know, Gabriel Kidd is from the UK, so it actually makes a lot of sense. So this match was a straightforward heel face tag team match. He's feeling like an NXT version of Will right here. And by that, I mean, he has a lot of jibber jabber during this match. In fact, we get the unfortunate confirmation that both Will and B are going to narrate their own thoughts through all of Will's matches. So that's pretty damn horrible. Will's offense looks particularly severe against Gabriel Kidd right here, and the Korakuen crowd was quite game for this match, rallying behind Gabriel Kidd multiple times at or beyond their levels later in the night. Will's unfortunately talking from his diaphragm now, adding an unwelcome this timbre to his babble. The Great Okan, who is listed with all the dashes on New Japan Pro Wrestling, is kind of like the jack-o'-lantern deal. So many damn dashes in this man's lane. This makes me sad that we won't be able to get the trick or treat this year, but it is what it is. Khan was able to nail Kidd with the claw slam for the win. Okada assisted Gabriel Kidd out here. Will and B laughed their way to the back, off to create original factions by collecting other wrestlers, maybe leftovers, but it is what it is right here. I thought this was solid. I really did think this was solid. If they're going to have a stable, I would like for these B, Will, and Khan to have a stable theme as opposed to come out to Will Ospreay's theme. Might be nitpicking here, but I'm just being real. They could have their own faction theme. So hold on one second before I get to the next match. Next match, we got Los Ingobernables de Japón, Bushi, Hiromu Takahashi, and the Dragon, Shingo Takagi, taking on the Suzuki-gun members, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, El Desperado, and Minoru Suzuki right here. So Bushi comes out looking like a Halloween delight. Shout out to Bushi right here. Everybody in this match, they're paired off in this one, headlining by the continuation of the GOAT interest theme battle between Shingo Takagi and Minoru Suzuki right here. On a side note, with Oka being a huge otaku, let's not forget that Minoru Suzuki has been in the animated One Piece. Let's not forget that. So, this match started off with Despy and Hiromu. They're aggressively flirting with each other and had a long cutoff part. It was really fun to see these guys interact, so I did dig that. I think part why Bushi was in there for the first 5 minutes, Bushi was taking a beating. We got lots of Suzuki gun chicanery right here. Backs met steel railings in abundance. At one point, Despy and Hiromu started clapping chests back and forth to remind us that this is actually, they might be trying to holler at each other. You never really know. With Despy and Dragon Lee being sister wives to Hiromu, of course. So we all know this. We all know what Hiromu is. Hiromu's a player. So 9 minutes in, we get the heavyweights in this match. Suzuki no Soda Death Valley Driver, which is not the move I'm expecting him to take in this match, but it is what it is. Shingo hit an unholy pumping bomber on Kanemaru for the win right here. After the match, you get Hiromu and Despy. We get Hiromu challenging Despy and Kanemaru for the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships, Despy agrees to the match. The two tag teams meet on the outside. Despy and Hiromu clash foreheads, and this is probably going to be a damn good tag team match. I thought the six-man did a really good job of kind of satiating our appetites, not only for the Never Openweight Championship match, but for the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team match we're going to get in the future. So this match, as we say here on SOS Wrestling Network, it did what it needed to do, ladies and gentlemen. So on to our next contest. We have Tamaki Honma, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Kota Ibushi defeating the team of Gedo. Kenta and Jay White, of course, representing the Bullet Club here. Briefcases, they're the center of the two feuds in this one. So briefcases have not meant much to the wrestlers since the waning days of the territories, considering how they started accessorizing afterwards. But that's neither here nor there. Honestly, this match was just okay. 2/3 of this match are this questionably mobile. We get Gedo versus the Kokeshi more than anyone could desire, and the motivation levels and between those two exchanging tempered at best. Tanahashi was looking like Randy the Ram here. If you have ever seen the movie The Wrestler, he was pretty much looking like him as much as ever. And the Ibushi White sequence seems like they were just pretty much just waiting for the power struggle match. So we get we get Kota Ibushi putting Gedo away right here, and after the match, we get Kenta attacking Tanahashi, taking out all the young lions. It's pretty cool. White took the contract from Ibushi, but offered it back with kind of a little snarky kind of tone. So White kept telling Ibushi that his time is over, and he knows that the clock is ticking on him. So this match, maybe less than the match before it, was just pretty much setting up for the power struggle stuff. I mean, it is what it is, man. They're going to get better, I feel, as this tour goes on, right up until we get the power struggle. So this was okay. So next we get the penultimate match of the show. We got Los Ingobernables de Japón's Tetsuya Naito and Sonata defeating Dick Togo and Evil right here. This match started with Evil and Naito. There were some crisp double team moves from Los Ingobernables de Japón. Sonata's administered a holy perfunctionary paradise lock on Dick Togo here. We got more questionable head-scratching Evil moments. Evil tried to cheat at one point, turned into Marty Asami several times towards Sonata, who was in the corner. A result, a double shoulder block. That is what he was trying to hide from the ref. So that was highly questionable right here. Togo, of course, went through the obligatory indie Triple H homage spot with a pedigree on the chair, but he was back body dropped onto it. Togo tapped instantly to the skull end. Los Ingobernables de Japón celebrated in a sober manner. Not even have the decency to attack Marty Asami right here. What's wrong with you guys? This one didn't really bring the excitement for an upcoming main event title match that I would hope for. This, hopefully, the only time they really woke up were for the most of the Sonata segments and for the Naito comeback. So this was all right. It's kind of akin to the match we got before it. Not as good as the other LIJ match we had on this card, but we're getting another Evil versus Naito match, and this will be the 4th one of this year. So that's what we got to look forward to. Yay! All right, then we get the main event of the show, main event match of the show, We have, for the Never Openweight Trios Championships, as my good tag team partner John would say, we have the champions Yoshihashi, Tomohiro Ishii, and Hiroki Goto defeating the Suzuki Gun team of Doki, Zack Sabre Jr., and Taichi right here. So there really wasn't much story to this one, honestly. The two stories were utterly, I feel, diluted in the 32 minutes of this match, The first story was Suzuki Gun working over Yoshihashi's arm here, and the second story was Suzuki Gun working over Ishii's taped right knee. At one point in this match, the Dangerous Tekkers pulled a Tanahashi on Ishii's leg, which is always nasty, but it's also kind of great here. Doki, of course, wanted a piece of Yoshihashi, and that began a very long but great closing stretch right here. Lots of cool stuff happened, including Doki de-shirting and hitting a huge lariat and getting a razor-close near fall with a suplex de Luna that Goto broke up at the very last instant. There are a couple of those passages in the six-man where everyone's hitting something, everyone's left laying, and it worked really well in a structured environment. At one point during Doki and Yoshihashi's exchanges, I definitely heard the Japanese announcers, Kouraken, which is all you needed to know here, honestly. You can go Google that shit. Doki versus Yoshihashi was a battle of heart, resilience, spirit, all of that good stuff. Doki was in a butterfly lock for a long time, so long that his mask damn near fell off. If that move can't put away the lowest ranking member of the junior heavyweight division, it's probably time to get another move, in my opinion. But on Doki's credit, he looked really great in this match, and he's an easy guy to cheer. Eventually, Yoshihashi is able to put Doki away with the karma. After the match, Yoshihashi grabs the tag belts and he issues the challenge to Zack Sabre Jr. and Taichi. Zack's response is, the never is dead, just like your career. And yet Yoshihashi's belt lust is not satisfied here. And we continue on to the road for the Power Struggle, guys. This is a damn good trios match right here. Damn good. Go out of your way to watch this match. If you watch anything on the show, I definitely would watch the main event here. So there are some things that I took away from the show. Big takeaways here. So of course, we get Yoshihashi wanting more gold, and he's going to actually be teaming with Hiroki Goto here to try to get an IWGP Tag Team Championship. So that's good stuff right there for Yoshihashi. And next, we get the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship match that's set. Technically, Hiromu Takahashi and Bushi had not formally issued a challenge for the titles, but after the match, Hiromu and El Desperado begin to flirt. So I think that kind of is leaning towards that direction. Another one is this was just a show. There was some speculation leading into tonight. We might see some returns from the show. Being at Kouraken, coupled with the lack of announced cards beyond this date, led to some light conjecture. It was, alas, a normal exhibition of wrestling action, which is not bad, but it was such a show. Another thing I took away from here is I light my cigarette again. Another thing I took away from this show, that Minoru Suzuki and Shingo Takagi is going to be fucking awesome. Yeah, their ferocity in this match actually may have exceeded their last match of the weekend. Their match with Power Struggle is going to be fucking fantastic, so we got to look out for that. Another thing I took from this, Tanahashi versus Kenta will be a smartly worked match because it's going to have to be. So definitely looking forward to that match between Kenta and Tanahashi. It's going to be a smartly worked match. At the very least, we're going to get some tremendous promos leading up to this match, so I'm looking forward to it. And lastly, this might be I don't know, this might piss some people off, might make some people happy, but Evil don't feel like a threat. The crowd was strangely low-key at a few points in that match, and the Evil's periods accounted for some of them, honestly. Their interactions in post-match did not alter the notion that this is a perfunctory title defense, meaning that Evil's probably not winning that. But, of course, we will talk predictions when we get to talk predictions, so that will happen when we get to that. But, yeah, that was this Road to Power Struggle Night 1. I want to get out to y'all guys. Let y'all know that we out here doing work as we always do because we are the almighty SOS Wrestling Network. So like, share, subscribe, all that great shit. You know what to do. You know who I am. Of course, you heard me at the beginning of the show. The puroresu FlyGOD, Bluntzy United, the star of Shiyaku. Go ahead and like, share, subscribe. Find us at SOS Wrestling Network, Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, YouTube, Podbean, all that good stuff because that's where we are at, baby. So until night 2, which is actually tomorrow, tranquilo.